low fluttering one. Mitchell takes it to the 32. He's out to the 40. Through a seam to the 45, to the 50, near sideline 40. Horse race 30. He's gone. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
But one would be
different story.
Mitchell, far side, 10, 15, 20. Seam is gone. 30, 35. Pass Gramatica. He's in midfield. Can he outrun him? He's going to the 30. He's going to the 20. He's going to the 10. He's going for a touchdown. Washington Redskins.
Ball will bounce to the 50. He grabs it to the 41. He's immediately back to the 50. 45 to 40. Cuts it to the near side, 35. All he needs is a block. He's coming to the near side, 25. Got the block. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
Mitchell's going to get a return from the 14 out to the 20, 25, up the middle, 30, breaks it to the 35, back to the 40, he's gone. There he goes to the 35, the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown, Washington Redskins as he swan dives. Brian Mitchell is the deep back. He'll get the call, cuts it up through the middle, the 5, fights his way to the goal line, touchdown, Washington Redskins.
The hand of the up back. It's Brian Mitchell sweeping to the near side. 30, 25, 20. He's gone. 10, 5. Muscles into the end zone. Touchdown. Washington Redskins. Blitz is on. Dumps it over the middle to Mitchell. Breaks it at the 40. Far side 30. Cuts up the middle to the seam to 20. The 15 to the 10. Touchdown. Washington Redskins.
Oh, young man, we can do better than that. But they watched as the second half kickoff Brian Mitchell. We've seen this before. Maybe we haven't. Not on a kick return. Norm Johnson tries, but he could go all the way. 97 yards.
The number 2 return ace of all time, Brian Mitchell.
What's interesting about Brian Mitchell is that he never returned a kick till he got to the National Football League.
So that's what I plan on doing, returning everything.
He taught himself how to become a kick returner.
The first time he stepped on an NFL field, our number 2 return ace proved to be a quick study.
Rookie Brian Mitchell is trying, of course, to impress the Redskins coaches and earn a spot on that squad.
The first time I returned a kick in the league, I returned a touchdown in a preseason game.
And a good hole right away. Mitchell Bryant, he is gone.
It would be the last time anyone messed up Brian Mitchell's name.
When you take the opening kickoff back in the first preseason game, all the coaches sit up and go, hey, we got to watch that guy.
Well, that's what you call making an early statement there, Chuck.
I guess the temptation is when that happens, probably the people that saw it and thought, well, beginner's luck. Oh, really?
Touchdown, 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 Brian Mitchell. Brian Mitchell!
He not only became good at it, there are some people that would say he became the best at it.
Brian Mitchell was the standard, really, for kick returners and punt returners because he wasn't a guy who would dance. He'd get it and go straight forward.
Brian Mitchell breaks through. Mitchell made that happen by running through traffic on 3 different occasions and making the play.
A lot of guys were smaller than I was, and they were those shifty guys. If they had 10,000 yards, they might have ran 15 because they did too much other stuff. I went straight ahead.
Mitchell will get a chance to return it this time.
Brian Mitchell is going coast to coast for a touchdown.
I think if you constantly get the job done, it doesn't make a difference how you get there. I just got the job done, you know? Mr. Get the job done. You got to be scratching and biting and fighting, baby, and I'm willing to do all 3 of them.
The best part about Brian Mitchell is when you saw him, he didn't have the greatest body in the world. You looked at him in the locker room and said, this guy's like the greatest return man in NFL history.
He had huge arms, thick chest, big legs.
Brian Mitchell, is he something?
He was a fullback returning punts when everybody else was a receiver or a slot back.
You know, most of those guys are 165 to about 190. And I played at 215 to 225.
Spurt to the 40, cut back, he's gone.
He was a muscular guy, and when he hit you, it hurt.
If you tried to arm tackle Brian Mitchell in the middle of the field, he would rip your arm off.
Oh, what a great play.
He wasn't going to try and juke you. He wasn't going to try and outrun you. He was going to run through you.
And once again, bravo, Brian Mitchell.
I've never seen a return man who loved contact as much as he did. You give him your best shot, and he'd get up and say, that's all you got?
I like a fight, a legal one.
Mitchell was great because he sustained it over his entire career.
You have to show that you can do it at a high level on a consistent basis. That's why I think Brian Mitchell deserves a high spot on the list.
You're a hell of a player, man.
He may not have had those amazing seasons like Dante Hall, but he kept being one of the top return men in the league year after year after year.